So let's talk about chapter 5. Okay. Now, chapter 5, we're going to introduce the purchasing formula, the purchasing cycle. Okay. And this is something that we're going to talk about basically for the next few chapters about how we can control costs in each stage of this purchasing cycle. So, how many stages are there in the purchasing cycle? Four. How do y'all know that?
We study.
You took the quiz because you studied beforehand.
So that we-
Good. You studied in advance. Good. Okay. We have four stages of our purchasing cycle. Okay. The first stage is purchasing. We have to start somewhere. Okay. So the cycle repeats itself over and over again. Okay. So we start with purchasing our product. Then we have to receive it. So think about when you go to HEB or you go grocery shopping, right? You go and purchase all your materials, all your ingredients, then you got to bag them up and bring them home. And they come to your home, you receive it, and then we put it away. So that's our storage. That's the third step. And then when it comes time to issue, that's the fourth stage, which means we're going to put it into production. Okay. And then something happens right here in the middle. What happens between issuing and purchasing? Any thoughts?
Yeah,
Much.
figuring out what you have on the part, what you have on hand.
Okay, so what is that when we talk about how much we have on hand?
Inventory.
We're doing our inventory. So in between, we take our inventory. And then we know how much to purchase after that to get back into what we need. Okay? And it starts all over again. We have two different characteristics of our product specifications. Okay, so we need to know what our product specifications are when we purchase. Why do we need to know what our product specifications are when we're purchasing our ingredients?
Quality, right?
Well, quality is one of them.
So
Quality.
you got to know how much you get for quantity.
Yep, so we have quality and quantity. Good.
Is that the answer for number 3?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Product specifications. Why do we need to know what types of ingredients we need to have when we're purchasing?
Was the dog barks? No.
Any thoughts?
So,
Yeah.
So it depends on the menu,
Menu,
right?
yeah.
The menu tells us what type of ingredients we have to purchase. Okay, so it's important to know what our product specifications are so that we can purchase the right products. If we purchase the wrong ingredients, we can't use them for the recipe.
right.
Okay, so Stephanie, give me one ingredient that we use in the kitchen. Are Stephanie in this class?
Yes.
Okay.
Apples.
Okay, let's not do apples. Let's just pick a different one.
Oh, okay. Meat. Eggs.
Eggs. Okay, cool. I like this one. Get you guys thinking. All right. So, what are some examples of different qualities of eggs?
Common grades, AA.
Okay, so we have the grade. So, is it grade A, grade double A? Okay, so the grade is a quality. What else?
Matter if it's like grass fed, like
Okay, so is it like free range chickens or, yeah, okay, good. Okay, what else?
ice.
The size. Why is size of eggs important?
It's going what you're making, yeah.
What do you mean? But it depends on what you're making.
Because it
Well,
might
it's
call
a
for 2 large
portion.
eggs.
It
Say
gives
that
you
one
more
more time.
portion.
It goes with the portion size. Okay, good. What is the standard? It's not exact, but what is the standard size of a large egg? 2 ounces, right?
Right, 2 ounces, yeah.
Generally, now baking students may differ because baking is a little bit more precise. Okay. That's why a lot of times when you see a recipe, it calls for large eggs because it's more standardized as about 2 ounces of eggs. Okay. So the size can make a difference. Now, if I'm doing omelets, if I'm just scrambling a bunch of eggs together, does it matter if I have large egg or extra large eggs? No, I'm just gonna scramble it anyways. I'm gonna use a ladle to scoop those scrambled eggs into my pan. So it doesn't matter if I have large or extra large. If the extra large are cheaper, I might as well go with that. Okay. What else? Okay, good. So we have whole eggs versus carton. Okay. What's the benefit of using carton eggs?
You can get just the whites or just the yolks.
Good. You can get just whites or just yolks. Or if you get it already liquefied together, like already scrambled, when you need 2 ounces of eggs, you're going to pour out 2 ounces of eggs versus trying to crack an egg. And if maybe that egg is not quite 2 ounces, you got to crack another egg just to get the 2 ounces, right? So having carton eggs versus a whole egg. Okay. Now, if I'm going to be making hard boiled eggs or deviled eggs, can I use carton eggs? No, right? I have to boil an actual egg. If I'm making eggs Benedict, can I use cartoned eggs? No, because I want to have that poached egg, right, with the yolk. Okay, good. Any other qualities of eggs? One that I don't particularly like, but I'll eat it. Powdered eggs.
Oh, God, I wouldn't eat that.
Oh, no.
Powdered eggs, and you can just add water.
No.
Okay.
That's rough.
A lot of times when you go to hotels, you can tell that they use powdered eggs. It's a little bit grainy,
Rainy, yes.
right? So, but hey, that's a cheap product. They're giving you free breakfast. Are they going to use, especially right now, they're going to get brand new eggs. They're going to have somebody back there scrambling eggs for you? Probably not. Okay. So powdered eggs can be a substitute. Okay. Now we go back to what we talked about in chapter 4, the quality versus the price that we're paying, that quality price value comparison. If I am a family and I have 4 kids and my kids can't tell that that's powdered eggs and it's a free breakfast, it's a pretty good value for me versus trying to take those same 4 kids out to Denny's or IHOP. So sometimes the price and value comparison, it kind of comes out together. Okay. Now quantity for eggs, of course, we have dozen.
Doesn't, yeah. Acres doesn't.
Okay. So we have dozen eggs. We have 15 in a case. Okay. We might also have a quart. If we're talking about carton eggs, quarts. Might talk about gallons. Anybody in here help out with the cowboy breakfast? This last year, just most recently, a couple weeks ago, or last month.
Had a big
Helped in
bag.
the one last year. I didn't do this one.
Yeah, so last year I think we used liquid eggs in general, right? But we scrambled them on the grills 2 years ago. This past year, they took the liquid eggs and they boiled them in the bag and cooked them in the bag. And then we just tore the plastic open, dumped them out, and kind of chopped the eggs up, right? So I personally think it's better on the grill
Too.
versus boiling in a bag because then I literally have a giant block of eggs that you have to kind of break up, right? And so, hey, you know what? What do I know? I'm the hotel guy.
Disgusting.
But I mean, for time efficiency, to cook that many eggs, you could put, I think they were like, 3-gallon bags.
3-gallon bag, this one.
I think they just put those, you can cook a bunch of those at one time versus just one grill of trying to scramble eggs. So when you're getting ready to make 15,000 tacos, right, it really does help. So it's important to know what our product specifications are, what the quality is, what the quantity that we want. Why do we need to know what the quantity is?
So we know how much we have.
So much,
would we
so
need?
much we're purchasing.
Yeah,
Purchasing.
when we purchase it, that's money, right?
Right.
Being-
So that's money built into what we are paying for our ingredients. If it's just sitting in our, storage, if we order too much, it could go bad. It could get spilled. It could grow legs and walk out with one of our associates. Okay, so if we order too much product, then it has the potential of going missing. So again, we're going to be talking about how we can manage the amount of ingredients and how we can manage our costs in each stage. So today we're talking about the purchasing cycle, or the purchasing stage. So the first thing we want to look at is how much to buy and how often do we buy. Okay. The first thing we want to look at is how much do we use? How much product do we use on a regular basis? Okay. That allows us to establish our par level. Number 5, par is the minimum amount needed on hand for our normal operations. PAR, P-A-R. Okay.
Does that stand for anything or is it just?
Nope, it's just par.
That's an easy one.
I mean, you think about anybody play golf,
A little
right?
bit.
So in golf, what is par?
I don't know what it means.
The minimum number of shots from the tee box to the green to get in the hole, right? So if it's a par 3, you have 3 shots to get it into the hole.
That sounds just a French word for something.
Nope. It's the minimum number of shots that you have to get. So the same thing with par here is the minimum amount of product that we have to have on hand to make sure we have normal operations. Okay, so let's take a look at calculating our par. Let's flip your page over. Excuse me. We have 3 different items. We have chicken. What's the other one?
Potatoes,
Potatoes
Bud Light.
I don't know.
and Bud Light.
Wow.
Okay. Chicken, potatoes, and Bud Light. We have a weekday. And we have a weekend.
Mhm.
Okay, so our par is a little bit different because it's based on what we use it. Okay. If our daily usage is the same all the way across the board, we can just simply multiply, right? Because if we have 4 days and we use 2 things each day, 2 times 4 is 8. That's our par. Okay. If we have different daily usages, we just have to add them all up because we can't just multiply straight across. Okay. So let's talk about chicken. For the weekday, our chicken. So if we look at our notes page, the highlighted day, Monday and Friday, is our delivery. Okay. So on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, how much chicken do we use?
8 cases.
So Monday through Thursday, we use 2 cases each day
Then 6.
times 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we use 8 cases. My par is 8. On the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I have 6 plus 6 plus 2. So that is 14 cases. So what happens is on Friday, when that truck drives away, I need to make sure I have 14 cases of chicken to get through the weekend. And then on Monday, when that truck drives away,
8 cases.
I want to make sure I have 8 cases on hand to get me through the week. Okay. Let's look at potatoes. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, does it all the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, 150 on Thursday.
No. So we've got
150 on Thursday.
300 for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, plus 150 for Thursday.
Right.
So my par is 450 pounds
For chicken.
No, for
for
potatoes.
potatoes.
Plus 150.
And then for my weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have 250 plus 200 plus 150. So that's 100, 3, 4, 600? So 600 pounds is my par for the weekend. So when that truck drives away, I want to make sure I have 600 pounds of potatoes on hand. Okay? Last one, Bud Light. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Is it all the same?
Yes.
All the same. So 1.5 times 4 days is equal to 6 kegs. Okay? So 6 kegs of beer to get me through the week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Is it all the same?
Yes.
Cool. So 1.5 times 3. Can I call up Silver Eagle and say, hey, I need 4.5 kegs of Bud Light? No. So we're gonna round up to 5 kegs. Okay? So 5 kegs. Any questions about how we get these par levels? So when it comes time to order, am I gonna order 6 kegs of Bud Light for every Monday?
No,
Why?
because the usage is 1.5.
Right, but if I'm gonna place my order for Monday for my
Okay.
delivery, am I gonna order 6 kegs?
Yes.
No,
No.
Why?
you wouldn't want the exact amount.
You have to
predicting,
count your
people.
inventory.
Yeah.
We wanna count our inventory, absolutely, okay? So let's look at this duck right here, the second line, okay? Our par is 4. Our inventory, we have 2 in inventory already. So I'm gonna subtract that. So I'm actually only gonna buy 2.
Gotcha.
Because when I drive away, when that truck drives away, I wanna be up to my par, right? So if I were to order 4, then I'm gonna have 6,
That's right, gotcha.
and then I'm way over par. Okay, so we always want to take into account what's in our inventory and subtract that from the par so we don't buy it again. Okay, that's one of our cost saving methods. There's an episode of Kitchen Nightmares that I watched a long time ago, and the signature appetizer for this restaurant was smoked chicken wings. And this guy would come in and smoke like 100 orders of chicken wings every day. Didn't matter how many they already had smoked the day before. His habit was just to come in and order 100 and smoke 100 orders of chicken wings. And so by the time Gordon Ramsay got there, like the freezer was full of smoked chicken wings, the refrigerator was full of smoked chicken wings. He was opening drawers and there's smoked chicken wings, right? That costs money. And so by only ordering what we need to order, it's going to save us quite a bit of money in the long term. Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about right now in this other assignment, this other one. The only thing that this chart does not bring into consideration is the concept of lead time usage. Lead time usage. Okay. And so this concept of lead time is the difference of time between when we place the order and when we actually receive it. So that time, that gap of time in between, I place my order and then I'm going to receive it at a later time. So that's number 7. Lead time usage is the amount used between ordering and delivery. Because we order product, we don't want to just shut down for the day. And so we want to make sure that we have enough product in the end when it comes down to it, when that truck drives away, that we're back up to par. We want to add back in our lead time usage. So number 7 on your back page is lead time.
So what was number 6 before?
6 A and B.
Number 6, we multiply.
Right.
And letter B is we add. Another copies on the copy machine.
Yeah.
Sí.
All right, who needs a copy of the stapled one?
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a look at this lead time usage. Right, so let's take a look at this concept of lead time usage. Remember, when we use the purposes, for the purposes of this particular project or this particular assignment, okay? If, let me get on Zoom and let me share my screen. Okay? When we use this term AM means before we open to the public, okay? When I use the term PM or evening, PM is equal to after closing. And that'll come into play here just 1 second. So PM is after closing, AM is before opening. That's gonna tell us whether or not we have any usage during that day or not. Okay? So, for example, we want to determine the amount to order if the order is placed on Monday morning and the delivery is Wednesday morning. Okay? So it's already written out here for you, but I would recommend if you want to write it on the side just so you see. I always do Monday AM, that's my delivery. Okay? And then my order is placed on Monday morning. My delivery is Wednesday morning, so I do Wednesday morning. What's in between Monday and Wednesday? Tuesday. So I fill in the blank, any days that are in the middle, okay? And then I ask myself, if I place my order in the morning on Monday before we open, am I gonna have usage during Monday? The answer is yes, right? I'm open during Monday,
Right.
so I'm still gonna use product on Monday.
Mhm.
So I need to make sure that I taken that into account when I'm ordering, okay? On Tuesday, am I gonna use product on Tuesday? Yes.
Yes.
Now Wednesday, if my order is delivered before I open to the public, am I gonna have service on Wednesday as it pertains to this order? No, I'm not. That order is gonna show up before I open to the public that day,
Okay, got it.
okay? So my goal is when that truck drives away, I'm up to par.
Mhm.
And then I can start Wednesday at par. Okay? So if we look at this, how many check marks do we have?
Two.
Two. So that means my lead time is 2 days. And then my usage is what? Let's look at the top. What is my daily usage?
10.
10 bottles. So what is my lead time usage? 20 bottles.
20 bone.
That means by the time between the time that I order it and it's actually delivered, I'm gonna potentially use 20 bottles during my normal operations. Okay? So I start with my par of 48. I subtract what I have in inventory, and that gives me 26. But now I need to add those extra 20 bottles in that I'm gonna use during the days. And so I should actually order 46. Okay? I should actually order 46. Let's see a visual representation of this. Right? All right, here's my shelf. Okay? My inventory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many do I have? 22?
22.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 2. Okay, so that's what I have in inventory right now. If I were to only order 26 bottles, okay, if I were to only order 26, you know what, I'm going to do it in red so you can tell that it's not a good number. It's incorrect. Okay, if I were to order 26, I order it on Monday. I'm going to say, hey, Ray, this is David over at this restaurant ABC. I need to order 26 bottles of whatever we're ordering. Okay, sounds great. I'm going to send you 26 bottles. Well, then what happens? Monday happens.
Hmm?
And then Tuesday happens. And Ray brings me my 26 bottles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. How many bottles do I have? I have 28. My par is 48. Because I used those bottles on Monday and Tuesday, I have to add those back in. So I have a total of 48 bottles. When I add in those 20 bottles right here,
Mhm.
I've got 28 plus those 20 bottles that I should have ordered, and that's my par of 48. Okay, so that's why we want to add in that lead time usage. You want to take into consideration the amount of product we're going to use between the time that we order it and the time that it's actually delivered. Okay, so let's do a couple more examples. All right, so our par is 24. How much do I have in inventory?
6.
6. So I'm going to subtract those two numbers. 24 minus 6 is 18. So 18. 18 bottles. My order is placed Monday morning, so Monday AM. The delivery is Tuesday morning. There any days between Monday and Tuesday? Nope, so we're good there. Okay. Now we have to decide, is there going to be service or operation between the time that we place the order? So on Monday, if we place it before we open, are we going to have service on Monday?
Yes.
Yes. If our order is delivered on Tuesday before we open to the public,
No.
it's not going to impact this order. Okay. So what is my daily usage? 10 bottles. And what's my lead time usage? Just 1 day.
1 day.
Okay. So 1 day is my lead time. So I want to add that 10 bottles for my lead time usage, and I should order 28 bottles. Okay. Anybody see anything odd or interesting about these numbers on this particular problem? Thoughts? Laura, do you see anything?
Is it because you're ordering more than the par?
Yeah, we're ordering more than our par, right? We're ordering 28, but my par is only 24.
Oh.
Okay, so mathematically, we want to order 28 But in reality, we'd only order 24. Why? Because that's our par. And why are we ordering more than our par mathematically?
Because there's no days in between the two?
There's not necessarily that, but if you look at our inventory, we only have 6.
6, okay, I got you.
So in reality, there's a potential we're just gonna run out of the product because our daily usage is 10.
Mhm.
If I only have 6 in my inventory,
4 more.
there's a good chance I might run out of that product until before that delivery comes in. So at that point, depending on what this bottle is, I could decide, hey, Jose, I want you to go run to HEB. I need you to go get me 4 bottles of whatever this ingredient is, so we can get through the next delivery. Okay? All right, let's do one more. Our par is 500. In inventory, we have 200 pounds. So what is 500 minus 200? Okay, so that means we need to order 300 pounds. But let's take a look at our lead time. Okay, if our order is placed on
Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
So Tuesday PM, and it's delivered on Thursday AM. Okay. What's between Tuesday and Thursday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, perfect. Okay. Now Tuesday PM, we place our order on Tuesday PM. Are we gonna have service on that day that affects our order? No, because the service has already happened,
Right.
right? I'm placing my order after we close. So PM means after we close. So I'm not. Wednesday, yes, I'm gonna be
Yes.
open to the public. Thursday, my delivery is gonna get here before I open,
So yes.
Yes.
so no.
No, okay, before you.
Right? The delivery gets in before I open that day, so it's not gonna affect this order.
Okay.
I don't have to
Oh, yeah,
worry
that's
about
true.
this order,
Okay.
okay? Cause I'm gonna basically be, when that truck drives away, I'm gonna be up to par and I'm gonna start my business on Thursday like normal, at par. Okay? So that's one way, if you look at this Tuesday to Thursday, you might think, wow, that's a long lead time. But in reality, it's just one day.
Mhm.
It's just Wednesday. And so our daily usage is 150 pounds. So I should actually order 450 pounds. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns about this? All right, I do not want to rush through this next one. Actually, what I would like you to do is do the eggs and the Bud Light as homework. Bring it with you on Thursday. We'll go over it, those 2 examples, and then we'll go over this last one, the last page together as a class as well, okay? So if you wanna do don't try to do the last one, but if you wanna do these first 2, the eggs and the Bud Light, see if you can get those. We'll come to class and we'll work on those, and then we'll work on the last assignment as a class as well, okay?
Sir.
Thank you all so much. Any questions online? Oh, I didn't do attendance. Hold on, let me make sure I do attendance.